Congratulations if you see this message before 13 September. Why? Because not everyone receives reminders in time. Life has its own mysterious timing. Certain words, certain lessons, certain signals appear in front of you not because of accident, but because you are meant to receive them. And when you are open enough to recognize them, you are already ahead of many others who are still asleep. Awareness before the moment comes is one of the most profound qualities a human being can develop. It is not about being smarter than others, nor about having special powers or some divine vision. It is about sharpening the mind, quieting the noise within, and learning to see life not only as it is, but also as it is becoming. When you become aware before the moment arrives, you live in a way where surprises no longer shake you, because the surprise was already visible to you long before it manifested. Life is constantly sending signals, small and subtle, that point to what is coming. The body whispers before it breaks down. The relationships show cracks before they collapse. The world around you gives gentle warnings before the storm. Most people are too distracted, too absorbed in chasing distractions, too numb from the constant noise to notice these signals. They act only when life shouts, when the problem is unavoidable, when the pain is already strong enough to force them into action. But wisdom is in seeing before the pain, wisdom is in listening before the shout. This is why I say to you, congratulations if you see this before 13 September. It is not because the date itself carries magic, but because you are receiving the reminder while you still have the opportunity to prepare. Awareness is a form of protection. It shields you not by removing difficulties from life, but by strengthening your ability to meet them. Imagine a warrior. The unprepared warrior walks into the battlefield without armor, without training, without a plan. When the first strike comes, he falls. The prepared warrior, however, has sharpened his blade, has trained his body, has disciplined his mind. He too will meet the enemy, but the enemy will not defeat him as easily. In life, the enemy is not always a person. The enemy may be fear, failure, loss, temptation, laziness, or even your own thoughts. If you are aware before the moment, you become that prepared warrior. You step into the arena of life, already knowing that storms will come, but also knowing you are ready to walk through them. Most people think awareness means simply noticing what is around them. But there are levels of awareness. The first level is noticing what is happening right now, the way you breathe, the way your thoughts move, the way the environment feels around you. The second level is recognizing patterns. When you understand that this action leads to that consequence, when you realize that a certain choice will create a certain future. And the highest level is foresight, the ability to sense what is coming, not through supernatural powers, but through deep presence and clarity. It is when you know that if you continue living the way you are living, the result is already written. It is when you can look at yourself honestly and say, if I keep eating like this, I know what will happen to my health. If I keep speaking like this, I know what will happen to my relationships. If I keep thinking like this, I know what will happen to my peace. That foresight is awareness before the moment. You see, very often people pray for miracles. They want to avoid pain, they want to avoid mistakes, they want to avoid problems. But what is often more powerful than a miracle is awareness. Because with awareness, you no longer ask life to remove the storm, you simply learn to carry an umbrella. You no longer beg the river to calm down, you simply learn to swim. Awareness transforms you from being a victim of life into being a student of life. And a student of life is always ready. Think about the farmer. He does not wait until the rain destroys his crops to build a shelter. He prepares the soil before the season comes. He plants seeds when it is time. He waters them consistently. And when the harvest season arrives, he is not surprised by the abundance. The unwise person, however, waits until the season has passed, then regrets, then complains. Awareness is the difference between regret and readiness. It is the difference between saying, "I wish I knew earlier," and saying, "I am glad I was ready before it arrived." Now let me ask you, how many times in your life did you say to yourself, "If only I knew before"? Maybe it was about health. You wished you had taken care of your body before sickness came. Maybe it was about relationships. You wished you had listened better before the distance grew. Maybe it was about opportunities. You wished you had acted earlier before the chance disappeared. All of these regrets are lessons that whisper to us the next time. Open your eyes earlier, become aware earlier, act earlier. Life always gives us warnings, but it is our responsibility to listen. To cultivate awareness, you must begin with stillness. In silence, the noise of the world fades, and the subtle signals of life become clear. When you sit quietly and watch your thoughts, you begin to see the direction they are taking you. When you reflect honestly, you begin to see which habits are shaping your tomorrow. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is full of answers. The problem is that most people are afraid of silence because in silence they face themselves, and facing oneself requires courage. But if you truly want awareness before the moment, you must practice stillness. Only in stillness do the signals become visible. Another practice for awareness is observation. Do not move through your day blindly. Watch people, watch nature, watch yourself. Life repeats itself in patterns. A tree bends before it breaks. A child shows signs of sadness before the tears fall. The sky grows darker before the storm. In the same way, your life also gives signs. Your energy drops before burnout arrives. Your discipline weakens before failure appears. Your mind becomes restless before mistakes are made. Observation allows you to catch the signs in time. And when you catch them in time, you are no longer surprised by what happens. You are prepared. Awareness before the moment comes is also about responsibility. Because when you know what is coming, you can no longer hide behind excuses. Many people choose ignorance because it allows them to stay comfortable. If they don't see the signs, they don't have to change. But when you are aware, you are responsible. You cannot say, "I did not know." You cannot pretend you were surprised. This responsibility can feel heavy, but it is also what gives you power. Responsibility is not a burden, it is freedom. Because when you accept responsibility, you realize that your future is not in the hands of fate, but in the hands of your own actions today. So why is it such a blessing to hear this message before 13th September? Because life has given you an advance warning. It is like receiving the exam questions before the test. It is like being told that the storm is coming, while there is still time to fix the roof. It is like being given a second chance to prepare before the moment of truth arrives. And what you do with this awareness will determine everything. You can either treat it as just another piece of information and go back to sleep, or you can treat it as a wake up call and rise. Awareness is not enough by itself. It must be followed by action. To see a problem coming and do nothing is the same as being blind. To know that change is needed and yet continue in the same way is a waste of awareness. True awareness transforms into preparation, and preparation transforms into strength. When you are aware before the moment, you do not panic when the moment comes. Others may run in fear, but you stand calm because you already knew. This calmness, this stability, this strength, this is the gift of awareness. And so, I tell you again, congratulations if you see this before 13th September. Not because the date itself carries magic, but because you are awake. You are listening, you are present. And this presence is already half the victory. When you are present, you are no longer walking blindly into the future. You are walking with open eyes, open heart, and prepared mind. That is the true blessing. That is the true strength. Remember always, the best way to predict the future is to become deeply aware of the present. Because the present is the seed and the future is the fruit. If you are careless with the seed today, Do not expect sweet fruit tomorrow. But if you are mindful with the seed, if you are aware before the moment comes, then when the fruit arrives, it will nourish you instead of poison you. This is the wisdom of life, and this is why I remind you now. So walk forward with clarity, stay awake, listen to the signals that life gives you, watch your own patterns, pay attention to the small whispers before they become loud storms. Train yourself to be aware before the moment comes, for in this awareness lies your protection, your preparation, and your peace. Congratulations once again, not for simply hearing these words, but for being ready to act on them. Because those who are aware before the moment are the ones who turn challenges into opportunities, tests into teachings, and storms into strength. The gift of timing is something that most people overlook because they are too focused on the event itself. They think life is only about what happens to them, but they rarely reflect on when it happens. And yet, timing is the invisible hand that shapes the quality of every experience. A word spoken too late cannot heal. An opportunity recognized too late cannot be grasped. A lesson learned too late cannot prevent the mistake that already destroyed something valuable. But when timing is right, even the smallest action can change everything. That is why I tell you congratulations if you hear this before 13th September, because life has given you not just information, but information in the right moment. That is the real gift. Think of two people standing in front of a door. One arrives while it is open, the other arrives when it is already locked. Both saw the same door, both wanted to pass through, but only one had timing on their side. Life often works like this. The difference between success and failure, between joy and regret, is not always about effort or talent. Sometimes it is simply about arriving in the right moment. Timing is not something you can always control, but it is something you can learn to align with. To see this message before the moment of truth is not an accident. It means the door is still open for you, and you must decide whether to walk through. When you look back at your life, you will realize that the most painful regrets were not because you lacked ability, but because you lacked timing. You knew what you should have said, but you said it too late. You knew what you should have done, but you acted too late. You knew the person you should have valued, but you realized it too late. Timing gives weight to everything. Even love, if expressed too late, can lose its meaning. Even wisdom, if spoken too late, can lose its power. And so, when life sends you a message at the right moment, you must not treat it lightly. You must bow to it with gratitude, for it is the rarest gift. There is a deep truth here. Timing is not only about the clock on the wall. Timing is about readiness. A lesson can be given to two people at the same moment, but only one of them will truly receive it, because only one is ready. The other hears the same words but does not understand. This is why certain teachings in your past may have meant nothing to you then. But when you hear them today, they suddenly awaken something inside you. The words did not change. You changed. Your readiness made the timing perfect. That is why you must not only look at dates like 13th of September as moments of importance. You must look within and ask, am I ready? Because the gift of timing is not outside you. The gift of timing awakens inside you the moment you are open. Consider the archer. He may have the strongest bow, the sharpest arrow, the best posture, but if he releases too early or too late, he misses the target. Precision is not only about skill, it is about the right moment of release. In the same way, your life may be full of potential, but if your actions are misaligned with the moment, you will keep missing the target. When you take action too early, you exhaust yourself. When you act too late, the chance is gone. But when you act at the right time, life feels effortless, as if the universe itself supports your movement. This alignment is rare, and when it appears, it feels like flow. If you see this message before 13th September, take it as a reminder that the bow is in your hands, the arrow is ready, and the target is approaching. The question is, will you release at the right moment? Timing teaches humility. It reminds us that life is bigger than our plans. You may work hard, prepare everything, and still fail if the timing is wrong. You may also stumble into unexpected success simply because the timing was right. Does this mean that effort does not matter? No, effort matters, but effort without timing is like watering the seed in the wrong season. No matter how much water you give, it will not grow, but if you wait for the right season, even a little water can bring life. This is why patience is part of wisdom. Rushing can destroy timing. Waiting too long can also destroy it. The wise person learns to move with rhythm, like a dancer who feels the music. He does not rush ahead of the beat, nor does he drag behind. He flows with the song of life. To honor the gift of timing, you must first become present. If you live only in the past, you will always be too late. If you live only in the future, you will always be too early. But when you are present, you begin to sense the right rhythm. You begin to notice that this is the moment to speak. This is the moment to be silent. This is the moment to act. This is the moment to wait. And these small adjustments create enormous changes. Many lives are destroyed because someone acted at the wrong time. Many dreams are fulfilled because someone recognized the right moment. You are here, listening before 13th September, which means life is offering you a window. The question is whether you will enter through it with presence or let it close while you are distracted. Do not mistake this for superstition. It is not about fearing dates or worshipping calendars. It is about respecting timing as an invisible law of life. Just as the tide of the ocean rises and falls, just as the moon waxes and wanes, life too has its seasons. A wise person does not fight against seasons. He plants in spring, he harvests in autumn, he rests in winter. The unwise person ignores the rhythm, tries to plant in winter, and wonders why nothing grows. To see this message before a turning point in your life is like being told, spring is near. Prepare the soil. Plant your seeds. The ones who hear this in time will enjoy harvest. The ones who ignore it will meet emptiness. The gift of timing also protects you from unnecessary suffering. When you move in rhythm with life, you no longer fight against the current. Imagine swimming in a river. If you swim against the flow, you exhaust yourself and still remain in the same place. But if you align with the flow, you move effortlessly, covering great distance with less struggle. Life becomes lighter when you respect timing. Problems still exist, but you do not waste your strength fighting against what cannot be changed. Instead, you place your energy into what can grow in this moment. That is the secret of peace. Now reflect. How often did you try to force something before its time? How often did you give up just when the fruit was about to appear? How often did you delay until the door closed forever? All these experiences are not punishments, they are teachings. They are reminders that timing matters more than we admit. The person who learns to sense timing is already ahead of the crowd. Most people will complain, will resist, will try to control the clock of life. But you, if you see this message before 13th of September, are invited to stop fighting and start flowing. The gift of timing is also a gift of trust. It asks you to trust that life knows the rhythm better than your impatience does. Sometimes you will want something immediately, but life makes you wait. Other times you will want to wait, but life pushes you forward. If you resist, you suffer. If you trust, you grow. Trust does not mean doing nothing. It means doing what is needed, while accepting the rhythm of when results will come. You cannot pull the petals of a flower to make it bloom faster. You cannot delay the sunrise because you want more sleep. But you can prepare the soil for the flower. You can set your alarm to meet the sunrise. This is trust in timing, doing your part, while allowing life to do its part. So I tell you again, congratulations if you hear this before 13th September. It is not about fear, it is about opportunity. It is about recognizing that this is your season to awaken. Timing is on your side, but it will not remain forever. Doors do not stay open forever. Opportunities do not wait for those who are undecided. This is why you must act with clarity. The gift of timing becomes a curse when wasted. To know what to do, to know when to do it, and then not to move. This is one of the greatest sources of regret. Let this message be the mirror that shows you the importance of now. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now. If you delay until the 13th has passed, you may look back and realize that the window has already closed. But if you respond now, you align yourself with the rhythm of life. You begin to act not from fear, but from readiness. You begin to see that timing is not against you. Timing is guiding you. Life is whispering, prepare, awaken, step forward. And if you listen, you will discover that timing is not an obstacle. It is your ally. Therefore, the gift of timing is not simply about luck or coincidence. It is the art of aligning your awareness, your actions, and your readiness with the rhythm of life. It is about seeing that the right message, arriving at the right time, can shift the course of your destiny. And right now, in this very moment, the gift is in your hands. Congratulations, not because you stumbled upon these words, but because you were ready to receive them. May you honor this gift, and may you step into the coming days with awareness, with readiness, and with trust in the rhythm of life. Preparation is protection. This is a truth that life teaches again and again, but one that most people only recognize when it is already too late. To prepare is to respect the future before it arrives. To prepare is to honor the challenges before they appear. To prepare is to recognize that storms are not always avoidable, but that strength can be cultivated so the storm does not destroy you. When you are prepared, you do not fear what is coming, because you have already placed the shield around your heart, the discipline in your actions, and the clarity in your mind. Preparation is not a sign of fear. Preparation is a sign of wisdom. Look around at nature. Every tree, every animal, every river shows us the lesson of preparation. The squirrel gathers food before winter. The bird builds its nest before the eggs arrive. The tree deepens its roots before the stormy season begins. None of them do this out of panic. They do it out of harmony with life. They understand that preparation is not resisting the natural flow, but aligning with it. In the same way, your life will always carry winters, storms, and seasons of challenge. If you prepare before they come, you will endure. If you wait until the storm is already here, you may not have the strength to survive. Many people misunderstand preparation. They think it means obsessing over the future, worrying about every possible problem, filling their mind with endless fear. But that is not preparation, that is anxiety. Preparation is calm, it is intentional, it is the practice of building strength in advance so that fear does not control you. Imagine a martial artist. He does not train only when the fight begins. He trains every day, in silence, in repetition, in discipline, so that when the fight comes, he is already ready. The fight is not the time to train. The fight is the time to reveal how much you have trained. Life is the same. Do not wait for the challenge to build your strength. Build your strength before the challenge, so when it comes, you are not shaken. Preparation protects you in 3 dimensions: in the body, in the mind, and in the spirit. In the body, preparation means caring for your health before sickness arrives. Eating in balance before disease shows its face. Resting before exhaustion collapses you. Moving and training before weakness chains you. How many people only start caring for their health after the illness has already entered? That is not preparation. That is repair. Preparation means you give respect to the temple of your body today so that tomorrow it can protect you. In the mind, preparation means sharpening awareness, disciplining your thoughts, training your focus. A mind that is not prepared is easily distracted, easily manipulated, easily broken. But a mind that is trained in stillness and clarity is like a fortress. No matter what noise comes from the outside, it remains unshaken within. And in the spirit, Preparation means building values, cultivating patience, practicing gratitude, strengthening faith. Because when life takes away everything external, only the spirit remains. If you have not prepared your spirit, then emptiness will consume you. But if you have trained your spirit, then even in the darkest hour you will carry light. Preparation also protects you from unnecessary suffering. Think of a student who studies consistently before the exam. When the day of the test arrives, he is calm, his heart is steady, his hand does not tremble. But the one who ignored preparation is anxious, sweating, restless, begging for luck. The difference is not intelligence. The difference is preparation. Life itself is an exam, and every day is a test. If you prepare daily, through discipline, through mindfulness, through consistent effort, then when the exam of life arrives, you do not panic. You simply demonstrate the preparation that was already there. There is another layer to preparation. It builds confidence. Confidence is not pretending to be strong. Confidence is knowing that you are ready. A climber standing at the base of a mountain does not fear if he has trained his body, studied the terrain, carried the right tools. His confidence is not arrogance. It is the fruit of preparation. But the climber who has not trained, who carries no tools, who knows nothing of the path, his fear will paralyze him. In the same way, when you walk into the unknowns of life, you cannot carry false confidence. You must carry true confidence, born of preparation. That is why the prepared soul can walk into the storm with calmness, while the unprepared trembles even before the first thunder. Preparation is also protection from regret. How many times have you looked back and said, "I wish I was ready. I wish I had studied earlier. I wish I had saved money before the crisis. I wish I had valued that relationship before it broke." These regrets are not punishments, they are lessons. They whisper to you, next time prepare. Because when you prepare, you remove the poison of regret. Even if the outcome is not what you hoped for, you can still stand tall knowing you did your part. And that peace is priceless. But preparation requires humility. Many people ignore preparation because they believe nothing can touch them. They think, "I am strong, I will handle it when it comes." This arrogance blinds them. A storm does not ask whether you are strong, it arrives. The wise person does not wait to test his strength in the middle of the storm. He builds his shelter before the rain falls. Humility allows you to admit that you are not invincible, that you too will face difficulties, that you too must prepare. This humility is not weakness, it is wisdom. Preparation is protection because it gives you choices. The unprepared person is always forced into reaction. They have no freedom, no flexibility, no strategy. When crisis arrives, they can only run or collapse. But the prepared person has options. They can face, they can adapt, they can endure. They can even use the challenge as an opportunity. Imagine two ships in the ocean. One has checked its sails, strengthened its ropes, and studied the map. The other sails with broken equipment and no direction. When the storm comes, both ships will be tested. But one will survive with dignity, while the other will sink. The difference is preparation. The beauty of preparation is that it transforms fear into readiness. Fear asks, "What if something goes wrong?" Readiness answers, "Then I will handle it." Fear imagines disaster. Readiness imagines strategy. Fear paralyzes. Readiness mobilizes. This is why preparation is protection. It protects you from the prison of fear. Because when you are prepared, fear loses its power. You no longer waste your energy on endless worry. Instead, you use that energy to strengthen yourself further. Preparation also creates alignment with discipline. Every small daily action is a form of preparation. The way you wake up in the morning, the way you use your time, the way you treat your body, the way you train your mind. These are all invisible acts of preparation. Many people look for sudden transformation, but they forget that transformation is built on daily preparation. Just as a house is not built in one day, but brick by brick, Your protection in life is built day by day, habit by habit, choice by choice. The small preparation you do today may save you from great suffering tomorrow. To prepare is to love yourself, because you do not leave your future self unprotected. You do not abandon the person you will become. You honor them by making their path safer, lighter, and clearer. Imagine leaving a gift for your future self. That is what preparation is. Every act of discipline today is a gift to the one you will be tomorrow. Every act of awareness today is a shield for tomorrow. Every act of strength today is a shelter for tomorrow. So why do I say to you, congratulations, if you hear this before 13th September? Because this message is not arriving too late. It is arriving in time for you to prepare. It is arriving as a reminder that the days ahead may bring tests, but you still have the chance to strengthen yourself. If you wait until the test arrives, it may already be too late to build the protection you need. But if you prepare now, mentally, physically, spiritually, then whatever comes you will endure. Preparation is not glamorous. It is often boring, repetitive, silent. Nobody applauds when you wake up early to train. Nobody notices when you choose discipline over comfort. Nobody claps when you quietly study, practice, reflect. But when the storm comes, the difference will be visible. Those who laughed at your preparation will run to you for help. Those who ignored discipline will look to you for guidance. This is the unseen reward of preparation. It gives you strength when strength is rare. Remember, preparation is never wasted. Even if the storm you expect does not come, you are still stronger for having prepared. Even if the challenge is smaller than you imagined, your readiness has still elevated you. Preparation always adds to you, never subtracts. That is why it is protection. It does not only shield you, it also builds you. Therefore, let these words remind you, prepare now. Prepare your body through care and discipline. Prepare your mind through stillness and focus. Prepare your spirit through gratitude and values. Do not wait for 13th September to surprise you. Meet it with readiness, with calm, with strength, and whatever it brings. Whether challenge or opportunity, you will stand steady. Preparation is protection. It is the shield you carry into the unknown, the anchor that holds you steady, the light that guides you through darkness. Those who prepare will endure. Those who prepare will rise. And those who prepare will not be destroyed by the storms of life, but will walk through them with calmness and dignity. Congratulations, because you are being reminded in time. Now the question is simple: will you prepare? Congratulations. If these words have reached you before the 23rd of September, then you must know it is not by accident. In life, nothing truly important comes by coincidence. When you receive a message at the right time, it is because life itself has placed it on your path. September is not just a date on the calendar, it is a mirror of your awareness. And if you are here, listening, it means you are ready for a shift. But before you step into this transformation, I want to share with you 4 key lessons that can shape your destiny. Awareness is the beginning of all transformation. When we speak about awareness, it may sound simple, but it is in truth the foundation of everything you are seeking. Without awareness, you can walk through your entire life asleep, repeating the same habits, facing the same obstacles, and wondering why nothing ever changes. Many people believe that life is something happening to them, something outside of their control. But the truth is, life is responding to your awareness. If you do not see clearly, you cannot act wisely. If you do not recognize where you are, how can you ever decide where you want to go? Awareness is the light that reveals the path, and without it, you remain in darkness no matter how hard you try to run. Most of the struggles people face are not because they are weak, but because they are blind. Blind to their habits, blind to their thoughts, blind to the way they speak to themselves every single day. You may say you want success, but if you are not aware of the inner voice that constantly whispers, "You are not good enough," then no amount of external effort can break through. Awareness is the first step to liberation, because once you see the pattern, you can no longer be trapped by it unconsciously. You may still fall, but at least you know why you fall, and the moment you know, the power begins to shift. To cultivate awareness means you must learn to stop, to pause, to look with open eyes. Most people live their days rushing from one task to another, drowning in noise, surrounded by distraction, never giving themselves a single moment of silence. And so they continue repeating what they have always done, unaware of the small decisions that are shaping their destiny. But when you become aware, even the smallest act can become a doorway into transformation. When you are aware of the way you breathe, you begin to realize how shallow your breath has been, and suddenly you understand why your mind feels restless. When you are aware of the way you walk, you begin to notice the tension you have been carrying in your body, and you see how it has been affecting your emotions. When you are aware of the way you speak, you begin to notice how often your words are born from anger, fear, or frustration rather than from clarity. Awareness is like a mirror. It reflects the truth of what is there without judgment. And when you look honestly into that mirror, you begin to see yourself as you are, not as you pretend to be, not as others expect you to be, but as you truly are in this moment. This is not always comfortable, because awareness exposes the things you would rather hide. It shows you your weaknesses, your excuses, your self-deception. But do not run from this mirror. To run from awareness is to run from freedom itself. You cannot transform what you refuse to acknowledge. The courage to be aware is the courage to face yourself without masks. And when you face yourself honestly, you unlock the possibility of true change. Think about the moments in your life when you suddenly realized something that had been hidden from you for years. Maybe you realized that the person you were blaming for your unhappiness was not the true cause, but rather your own unwillingness to let go. Maybe you realized that the opportunity you were waiting for was always within your reach, but fear had blinded you. Maybe you realized that the anger you carried toward others was actually anger toward yourself. These realizations may come suddenly, like lightning, or slowly, like the sunrise. But when they come, your entire perspective shifts. This is the power of awareness. Without awareness, even wisdom cannot help you. Imagine a man sitting in a locked room, but the door has never been locked. It only needs to be pushed open. He can spend his entire life asking for help, complaining about his imprisonment, waiting for someone to rescue him. But until he becomes aware that the door was always open, nothing will change. Life is full of doors like this. Awareness is the key that shows you which doors were never locked in the first place. The mind is a powerful tool, but it can also be a prison. Many people are trapped not by the world outside, but by the stories they tell themselves. I am not ready. It is too late. I cannot do this. These stories repeat again and again, and because they are unconscious, they are accepted as truth. But the moment you become aware, you begin to question them. Who said you are not ready? Who told you it is too late? Who convinced you that you cannot? These are not truths. They are only thoughts. And awareness is what allows you to see that thoughts are just clouds passing through the sky of your mind. You are not the cloud. You are the sky. Awareness is also the root of gratitude. Without awareness, you take life for granted. You walk past beauty without seeing it. You eat food without tasting it. You breathe air without feeling it. But when awareness deepens, you begin to notice the miracle in the ordinary. The sunlight on your skin, the sound of the wind, the rhythm of your heartbeat. These are no longer overlooked. They become sacred. Gratitude flows naturally when awareness is alive, and gratitude itself transforms your energy, shifting you from scarcity to abundance, from complaint to appreciation. In the martial path, awareness is not optional. When you train your body, you must be fully present. If your awareness drifts for even a second, the movement becomes empty. In combat, lack of awareness is dangerous. It can cost you the fight. But in life, lack of awareness is even more dangerous. It can cost you your years. One mistake in training may bruise the body, but living unconsciously can waste a lifetime. So cultivate awareness in the same way a warrior cultivates vigilance. Be awake, be present, be conscious in each step you take. Awareness does not mean overthinking. To be aware is not to analyze everything endlessly. It is to see without distortion. When you are eating, just eat. When you are walking, just walk. When you are listening, just listen. This simplicity is the highest awareness. It is a return to the direct experience of life. The mind always wants to complicate, to label, to judge. But awareness is not about judgment. It is about clarity. It is not about creating stories. It is about seeing reality as it is. Some will say, I do not have time to practice awareness. But awareness is not something you add to your schedule. It is not another task to complete. It is the way you approach what you are already doing. When you drink water, be aware of the taste. When you speak to a friend, be aware of your words. When you feel anger, be aware of the fire rising inside you instead of letting it control you. In this way, awareness is not separate from life. It is life lived fully. And why do I say awareness is the beginning of transformation? Because once you are aware, you can no longer remain the same. Awareness is like light. Once it enters a dark room, the darkness cannot remain as it was. You may resist, you may hesitate, you may try to ignore it, but once you are aware, you cannot go back to ignorance. The door to growth has been opened, and whether you step through or not, you will never again believe the door does not exist. This is why awareness is so powerful. So if you are hearing this message now, before the 23rd of September, understand what it means. It is a call to awaken your awareness. It is a reminder that time is moving, but you must not move unconsciously with it. Days will pass, months will pass, years will pass, but without awareness, you may wake up one day and realize that your life has passed while you were asleep. Do not allow this. Every sunrise is a gift, every moment an opportunity, and awareness is the way you claim it. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe deeply. Feel the air enter your lungs, feel your chest rise and fall, feel the rhythm of your heart. This is awareness. Simple yet profound. Now imagine living every moment with this level of presence. Walking, speaking, working, loving, all infused with awareness. How different would your life be? How many mistakes would you avoid? How much more beauty would you see? How much deeper would your connections become? Awareness is the seed. Discipline, struggle, and choice are the soil, the rain, and the sunlight. But without the seed, nothing grows. This is why it must always begin here. Congratulations to you, because the very fact that you are listening to these words means the seed of awareness is already within you. Nurture it. Do not ignore it. Let it grow into the tree that will bear the fruits of your transformation. And so, remember this truth: the greatest tragedy is not failure, but living without awareness. The greatest waste is not losing time, but spending it unconsciously. The greatest blindness is not of the eyes, but of the spirit that refuses to see. Open your eyes now. Become aware. This is the beginning of your new path. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is not something to fear, to avoid, or to reject. It is not a cage that restricts you. It is the key that unlocks your true potential. Too many people misunderstand discipline and see it as something harsh, something that takes away freedom, something that steals joy from life. But the truth is exactly the opposite. Discipline is the very thing that sets you free. Without discipline, you are chained to your habits, chained to your distractions, chained to the impulses that pull you in 1,000 directions. With discipline, you break those chains. With discipline, you become the master of your time, the master of your body, the master of your mind. Think about it. Without discipline, you might say you want to change, but every morning you will press the alarm clock and fall back asleep. You might say you want health, but every evening you will choose the comfort of the couch over the challenge of movement. You might say you want success, but every day you will choose the distraction of scrolling over the effort of creating. Without discipline, your words are empty, your dreams remain dreams, and your potential never becomes reality. It is not lack of talent that holds most people back. It is lack of discipline. Talent without discipline is wasted. Vision without discipline is just imagination. Discipline means making a promise to yourself and keeping it even when it is hard. Especially when it is hard. Discipline means doing what is right instead of what is easy. It means choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort. And it means understanding that every small action, repeated again and again, is what shapes your destiny. Just as a single drop of water falling on the rock will do nothing, but repeated drops over years will carve even the hardest stone, so too does discipline shape your life. Not with one grand action, but with steady, repeated effort. Many people wait for motivation to arrive before they take action. They say, I will work when I feel inspired, I will train when I feel strong, I will study when I feel ready. But motivation is like the wind. It comes and goes, and it cannot be trusted. If you build your life on motivation, you will live inconsistently, sometimes rising, often falling, always depending on a feeling that is never stable. But discipline is different. Discipline is the anchor that holds you steady even when the winds of emotion are blowing wildly. Discipline does not ask, do I feel like it? Discipline says, I do it because I decided to. But this is the secret. Discipline is not about feelings. Discipline is about decisions. It is about aligning your actions with your higher self, not with your passing moods. You may feel tired, but discipline reminds you of your purpose. You may feel afraid, but discipline reminds you of your strength. You may feel lazy, but discipline reminds you of your responsibility. Feelings are temporary, discipline is permanent. And if you can live by discipline instead of by feeling, you will rise above the majority of people who remain trapped in cycles of inconsistency. When you look at a master of any art, whether it is martial arts, music, athletics, or leadership, what you are really seeing is the result of discipline. Behind every effortless performance is countless hours of repetition, practice, and sacrifice. Behind every moment of mastery is a lifetime of discipline. And yet, most people only see the glory, the applause, the result. They do not see the mornings when the master woke before dawn to train. They do not see the evenings when he stayed behind to refine one more movement. They do not see the pain, the fatigue, the struggle. They only see the flower, not the roots. But it is the roots of discipline that make the flower possible. Discipline is not glamorous. Discipline is not always exciting. In fact, discipline is often boring. It is showing up again and again, even when progress feels invisible. It is doing the same practice 100 times, 1,000 times, 10,000 times until it becomes part of you. Discipline is patience with the process. And this patience is where true growth happens. Most people quit because they mistake repetition for stagnation. They think, I have done this so many times, but nothing is changing. What they do not see is that every repetition is carving a deeper channel inside of them. Every day of discipline is another thread in the fabric of their strength. And one day, suddenly, all those invisible threads become visible as transformation. There is a saying, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your discipline. Everyone has goals. Everyone has dreams. But goals are meaningless without the structure of discipline. Discipline is the bridge between intention and realization. It is the force that carries you across the gap between wanting and achieving. And without it, you remain standing on the shore of your dreams, never crossing to the other side. Discipline is also respect. It is respect for yourself. When you set a standard for yourself and keep it, You are telling yourself, I am worthy of trust. I am someone who can depend on myself. And this builds self-confidence like nothing else. Too often, people break promises to themselves and then wonder why they feel weak. They say they will start tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and they make another excuse. Every broken promise weakens the bond you have with yourself. But every time you follow through, no matter how small the action, you strengthen that bond. You begin to believe in yourself, not because of empty affirmations, but because you have evidence that you do what you say. That is self-respect. That is the foundation of inner power. Of course, discipline is not always comfortable. In fact, it rarely is. Discipline asks you to leave the comfort zone, to face resistance, to endure struggle. But what is comfort really? Comfort is the slow death of your potential. Comfort lulls you into mediocrity, whispering that it is safer to stay where you are. Discipline, on the other hand, wakes you up. It pushes you into discomfort not to punish you, but to grow you. A muscle that is never challenged never grows. A mind that is never stretched never expands. A soul that is never tested never strengthens. Discipline is the weight you lift for your character. Without it, you remain weak. With it, you build unshakable strength. Ask yourself, what is freedom? Many people think freedom means doing whatever you want whenever you want. But look closer. If you are controlled by cravings, by laziness, by distraction, is that freedom? If you cannot resist your impulses, if you cannot direct your own mind, you are not free. You are a slave to your habits. True freedom comes through discipline. When you can say no to what weakens you and yes to what strengthens you, when you can master your body, your time, and your mind, then you are free. Discipline is the path to that freedom. Look at nature. The tree does not grow tall by chance. It grows because it consistently reaches for the light every day, no matter the weather. The river does not carve the valley in one moment. It carves it drop by drop, year after year, with persistence. The seasons do not come in chaos. They follow a rhythm, a discipline of nature itself. All of creation moves with discipline, and it is this discipline that creates balance, growth, and harmony. Why then should your life be any different? To align with the flow of life is to live with discipline. When you practice discipline, you are not only shaping your future, you are also shaping your present. Every disciplined action creates energy, focus, and clarity. You feel stronger because you are no longer at war with yourself. Indiscipline is inner conflict. Discipline is inner harmony. Indiscipline drains your energy because part of you wants to grow and part of you wants to stay comfortable. Discipline unites those parts by reminding you of your higher purpose. It is alignment, and alignment creates peace. So understand this: discipline is not your enemy. It is your ally. It is the force that takes you from dreaming to doing, from hoping to becoming. It is the invisible hand that guides you when motivation fades, when doubt whispers, when obstacles rise. Discipline will not always feel good in the moment, but it will always create good in the long run. And the longer you walk with it, the more you will realize that discipline is love. Love for yourself, love for your potential, love for the life you are creating. So if you are hearing these words now, before the 23rd of September, take it as a sign. Do not wait for inspiration. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Begin today. Choose one small action and commit to it. Wake up earlier. Train your body. Read a page. Meditate for 5 minutes. Whatever it is, begin. And then repeat it tomorrow. And then again the next day. Do not underestimate the power of these small, consistent acts. For in time, they will transform you completely. Discipline is not a prison. It is a path. Walk it with courage, walk it with patience, walk it with persistence, and it will lead you to the life you were always meant to live. And when others look at you and wonder how you achieved so much, you will know the answer. It was not luck. It was not talent. It was discipline. And that discipline has made all the difference. Struggle is not your enemy. Struggle is not a curse placed upon your path. Struggle is not a punishment for something you have done wrong. Struggle is a teacher, a silent master who shapes you in ways that comfort never could. Too often, people pray for ease, for a life without obstacles, for a path free of difficulty. They think happiness comes when struggle disappears, but the truth is the opposite. Struggle is the fire that forges your strength. Struggle is the pressure that creates the diamond. Struggle is the storm that deepens your roots. Without struggle, there is no growth. Without struggle, there is no transformation. Without struggle, life itself loses its depth. When you look back at the most meaningful moments of your life, you will often realize they were born from struggle. The times you were tested, the times you were pushed, the times when everything seemed against you, those were the very times that gave you strength, resilience, and wisdom. Comfort never gave you these gifts. Ease never shaped you into who you are today. It was struggle that forced you to dig deeper, to reach higher, to discover parts of yourself you never knew existed. If you never struggled, you would remain shallow. It is through struggle that you discover your true depth. Imagine a seed buried beneath the soil. In the darkness, it begins to push upward. Every inch of growth is a struggle against the weight of the earth pressing down. It must break through the soil, reach for the light, and endure storms, winds, and heat. But without that struggle, the seed would never become a tree. Without the resistance, it would never grow strong enough to stand tall. You are that seed. Life places weight upon you not to crush you, but to strengthen you. The struggle is not there to bury you, but to call you upward. Many people run from struggle. They avoid it, numb it, escape it through distractions. But in running from struggle, they also run from growth. A life without struggle is not peace, it is stagnation. It is like water that never moves, becoming stale and lifeless. Struggle keeps you alive, keeps you moving, keeps you evolving. The more you resist struggle, the weaker you become. But the more you embrace it, the stronger you grow. The paradox is that the very thing you fear is the very thing you need. Pain is part of struggle, but pain itself is not the enemy. Pain is feedback. Pain tells you where growth is happening. Pain shows you where you are expanding beyond your limits. Just as a muscle must tear slightly in order to grow stronger, your spirit must be stretched by challenge in order to evolve. If you avoid pain, you also avoid strength. If you seek only comfort, you remain fragile. But if you accept pain as part of the process, you become unbreakable. Pain is not to be worshipped, but neither is it to be feared. It is simply the sign that you are alive, that you are moving, that you are growing. Think of the butterfly. Before it can fly, it must struggle inside the cocoon. The effort it exerts to break free is what strengthens its wings. If someone were to cut open the cocoon and release the butterfly without struggle, its wings would remain weak, unable to carry it in flight. The struggle is not cruelty, it is preparation. Your struggles are your cocoon. They are the resistance that strengthens your wings. Do not ask for them to be removed. Ask instead for the strength to endure them, the wisdom to learn from them, and the patience to trust the process. When you change your relationship with struggle, everything changes. Instead of asking, "Why me?" you begin to ask, "What is this teaching me?" Instead of saying, "This is too much," you begin to say, "This is shaping me." Instead of seeing obstacles as enemies, you begin to see them as allies. Struggle reveals your character. It shows you who you are when everything is stripped away. It shows you whether your words are empty or whether they are backed by resilience. And it shows you whether you are living as a victim of circumstance or as a student of life. Do not think that those who succeed did so without struggle. Every master has faced battles you cannot see. Every success story is written with chapters of pain, rejection, failure, and doubt. What separates them from those who quit is not the absence of struggle, but the willingness to persist through it. Struggle does not discriminate. It visits everyone. The question is not whether you will face it, but how you will face it. Will you collapse under its weight, or will you rise because of it? There is a quiet beauty in struggle when you stop fighting against it. Struggle teaches you humility, reminding you that you are not in control of everything. Struggle teaches you patience, showing you that growth takes time. Struggle teaches you gratitude, making you appreciate the moments of ease when they come. Struggle teaches you compassion, because when you suffer, you understand the suffering of others more deeply. In this way, struggle is not only shaping you for yourself, but also shaping you for others. Your ability to endure struggle makes you a source of strength for those who cannot yet endure their own. But there is another truth about struggle: it is temporary. No storm lasts forever. No night remains without dawn. Struggle comes in waves, but each wave passes. If you can endure, if you can hold on, if you can trust that beyond the storm the sky will clear, you will discover that struggle was never permanent. It was always a phase, a passage, a season preparing you for the next stage of life. And when you look back, you will not curse the struggle, you will thank it. For without it, you would not be who you are. Understand this: the gift of struggle is not the pain itself, but who you become through it. Struggle breaks down your illusions, strips away your ego, removes what is unnecessary, and reveals the essence of who you are. Struggle makes you real. It makes you authentic. It makes you strong, not in a superficial way, but in a way that cannot be shaken. The strength you gain through struggle is permanent. It stays with you long after the struggle is gone. That is why it is a gift. So if you are hearing these words now, before the 23rd of September, take them to heart. Whatever struggle you are facing right now, do not see it as the end of your path. See it as the beginning of your transformation. Do not wish it away. Do not curse it. Accept it, embrace it, and learn from it. Ask yourself, what strength is this struggle trying to build in me? What wisdom is it trying to give me? What part of myself is it calling me to discover? If you can approach struggle with this mindset, you will no longer fear it. You will welcome it as a teacher even when it is hard. Every time you overcome a struggle, you expand your capacity. You expand your belief in yourself. You expand your trust in life. You expand your ability to face the future. And each time, you rise stronger, wiser, more resilient. Struggle does not take away from you. It adds to you. It builds layers of depth within you that comfort never could. It gives you stories to tell, lessons to share, and a strength that radiates from your very presence. So do not be afraid of struggle. Do not run from it. Do not hide from it. Walk into it with courage. Walk into it with trust. Walk into it knowing that every step, no matter how heavy, is shaping you into the person you are meant to be. And when the day comes that you emerge from this struggle, you will look back and realize that the very thing you thought was breaking you was actually building you. That is the gift of struggle, and it is a gift worth receiving.